Warning: the following commentary contains coarse language and crude, inconsistent drawings. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
What's up, ballers? My name is Mitchball of Mitchball Balls, and I'm bringing you a gameplay commentary. This is a very special one. We're going to talk entirely about maturity. Alright, so come sit down on Grandpa Mitchball's knee. Let's have ourselves a little good old chat about maturity. Now, maturity is the act or state of being mature. When a man loves a woman.
Oh, say, can you see stuff that is really cool? A big mountain and a valley and some birds.
Before we dive into the realm of maturity, I'm going to talk a little bit about the gameplay. Now, I wanted to run a pretty immature kind of setup to really get on this topic. So I'm using the RCXD care package and sentry gun. Now, the RCXD is immature because, well, it's a toy car. Let's face it, care package is kind of dumb because you don't have to be a good player to get good stuff from it. And a sentry gun, well, sentry gun is just a sentry gun. I really had no other choice. And then I'm using the Famas. Now, I know some of you are probably like, hey, why aren't you using Ghost? Isn't Ghost a little immature? No, there's a difference between being immature and being complete. Now, maturity means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. For example, some people are mature because they display a higher level of reasoning. Some other people are mature because they have hair on either their and or. Just so nobody misses anything, I'm going to start at the very beginning. Chances are now, if you're listening to me right now, at one point in time, a man and a woman got together and 9 months later, you popped out of it. Congratulations, your journey has just begun. Now, stage 1, you're a toddler or a child. Now, this is a good stage because it's all about you, alright? You can be selfish. You can hog all the toys. You can play in the sandbox. You can take a nap whenever you feel like taking a nap. Stage 1 is, I think, the greatest stage and a great start for the development to maturity because you start off, right? You start off this selfish guy. Everything is about you. And pretty soon you're going to have to compensate for others' feelings, which is complete Just kidding. But still, stage 1 is by far, I think, one of the greatest stages because you don't have to worry about the pressures in the real world. You don't have to worry about pretty much anything. The most you gotta worry about is little Johnny knocked down your sandcastle. Now you gotta beat the out of little Johnny. That's it. That's the most. That's all. Now think about stage 2. Stage 2 is really an eye-opener because before, when you're a toddler, you were the only thing important. Now there's a bunch of other people in your sandbox, if you know what I mean. They got their grimy little hands all over your toys, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nap time is cut down to 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not even enough time for shut-eye, let alone a full-fledged nap. And little Johnny, well, little Johnny has made friends. And now you don't only have to beat the out of little Johnny, you gotta beat the out of little Johnny's little gang. But the good thing about kindergarten is you get to develop friendships. You get to develop lifelong friendships that not even time itself will manage to break. And that's good because playing hide and go seek is a lot more entertaining when you're actually looking for someone. Stage 3 is kind of, it's awkward for everybody. As a man or a boy who's soon going to be becoming a man, your voice is going to start changing in a way, and it's going to make everyday conversation a lot tougher because you're going to be talking, hey, how you doing? Hey, my name's Brett. And you're just going to squeak like that. It might not sound exactly like that, but it'll be somewhere along the lines, and people will make fun of you, and they'll be like, voice crack, and you'll be like, shut up, I'm sorry, it's just, I'm going through some changes, and I'm not completely comfortable with them. But girls are going to start at this time looking actually semi-decent, semi-acceptable, and that's good too. And you're going to start paying some more attention to them. But the thing about these changes that happen to everybody, they don't all happen at the same time. Now let's look at Johnny. Johnny developed a little bit faster than, let's say, you. Johnny is 6'4". Johnny is on the brink of 200 pounds. Johnny is physically fit, and Johnny remembers what you did to him previously. So Johnny will you up. At this point in time, it's best to completely avoid Johnny. Now you're in grade 9. Now grade 9 might not seem like a big jump from grade 8, but I think it is yet another stage on the human development of maturity. Because what happens in grade 9 is teachers give a lot more homework. They give a lot harder homework, most of the time, unless they're dumb teachers, in which case that could happen too. But the thing about grade 9 is you gotta worry about is you're not at the top of the totem pole anymore, you're at the bottom. Now you gotta worry about grade 12s. Because grade 12s, what they like to do to 9ers is freshie them, which is pretty much, it's basically a way of saying grade 12s got this power over you and they can make you do whatever they want you to do, like push penny on sidewalk with your nose, or no, I'm pretty sure that was a pretty common one. But I never got freshie because I'm a quick, elusive son of a bitch. Johnny on the other hand, he's very visible. He's not as elusive. He may be physically fit, but he's not quick. He's not as cunning as I am. So Johnny got freshied, which in the end I thought was alright because I thought the balance of power was back where it should be and Johnny was again getting f***ed up. See, the whole thing about being freshied is you don't have to outrun the grade 12s, alright? You don't have to escape them. You just have to outrun Johnny, because Johnny wasn't as quick as everybody else. But grade 9, the best way to describe it is it's kind of like going back to stage 1, because you're vulnerable now, alright? Except the only difference is you're not innocent and nobody gives a shit about you. Now stage 5 I see as beautiful, because in stage 5 you're back under your own power. No more teachers, no more homework. Sure, you got a job. Maybe you don't have to have a job. You can be homeless, in which case you probably won't be listening to my video. But stage 5 is nice because you don't even have to fear about Johnny anymore, because Johnny ended up in jail.